It's time for a special episode of Happy Landings with your host, Jay Nowak.
Thank you. So, today, here on Happy Landings, why don't I make it clear that amongst the many things that I've talked about, a lot of things out there were pretty funny, and there were quite a lot of things out there that I haven't really talked about before, so I feel like that this is an honor to try something new for once. A podcast was certainly something that I feel like might have been out of the norm, but it certainly does well. So today, I might as well talk about myself, and I mean myself, because there's just a lot of things out there that are going on my mind right now. And when I'm talking about my mind, I'm certainly talking about the many things that I've got. Back then, when I was just a really young individual, I was simply given the diagnostics of ASDNOS, that of which translates to autism spectrum disorder not otherwise specified. And so, that's something that pretty much mystified me back in the day. Because even to this day, I still get reminded that the NOS part of my condition happens to be very convincing. It certainly does happen to be reckoned upon by multiple doctors and clinical staff members who have examinations on me every now and then. Psychologists and the like also happen to gain a notice on the fact that I do have in fact a diagnostics record based on mental disorders. And I know I am actually going to be talking about mental disorders on HJN because, of course, there's a lot of serious things out there when it comes to having something mental. Because the first thing is that, of course, there's the old saying that whenever someone really torments you to the point of which that you happen to let out your inner fury, you're often seen as the villain, the one who really wants to cause harm and trouble any way possible. But what I can also tell you is that other than having ASD-NOS, I might as well just leave the NOS out of it for now, there's probably a few other things that you probably should get to know about me. Along with the fact that I have ASD, I also do have a couple other things as well. My health does in fact happen to have a lot of normal capabilities, including an oxygen level of 98%, a pulse of 78 BPM and average, as well as a 30% fat radius. But you know, I actually do feel a little bit more confident about myself, especially when it comes to pretty much standardizing my life goals in and of itself. Because after all, throughout these dark times, I'm more than certain that anything could happen. Yet, I don't really seem to mind the many things that happen to factor anything that could happen. So I'm pretty certain that anything that could happen that would very much impact our economy even further, kick it further down, I feel that we can still at least hope to get back up and start working again. A society, a nation, a country, and a land that should never give up. We'll prevail as long as we keep doing what we're going to do. Take care, everybody.